Good morning, children. Today we are going to see Chemistry Chapter 5, Separation of Substances. Let us recall what did we saw in the last class. We first saw what is the meant by separation. It is the removing of substances. So what is meant by substance now? It is the material. These materials are classified based on two things, that is impurity and mixture. And based on the classification of impurity, the materials are of pure materials and impure materials. Whereas based on the classification of mixture means they are the combined substances. There may be two or more substances in them. They are based on the mixture, they are of homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Okay. Then, so what does the mixture means? Mixing two or more substances. Also, we saw the need for separation. So, what is the need for separation? Why we should separate the materials? To remove the impurities from them, to group them based on certain criteria, and to obtain the components in the pure form. Okay. So, to separate them, what are the methods followed? We had 12 methods to separate: threshing, winnowing, hand-picking, sieving, magnetic separation, decantation, sedimentation, filtration, evaporation, and sublimation. Let us see each method one by one in detail today. Okay, children, now let us see the first one, hand picking. Okay, see the name itself, hand picking. You're going to pick it with the help of your hand. So, have you ever seen your mother picking some impurities like dirt or stone from the wheat or rice or pulses before cooking? Yes. So, when the number of impurities is not too much, when the quantity of impurity is less, we can separate them by the method of hand picking. So when your mother is cooking pulses or rice, before cooking she used to check for any dirt or stone or any kind of impurities is present in it. Okay, so she picks the impurities with the help of her hand because they are less in number. You couldn't find so much of stones in the pulses before cooking when you buy. Everything would be processed and given to us as packet. But still, there may be few stones may present in it. So she will check it before cooking. And the impurities will be of large size. It is of the size viewable to us. Okay, there's some small pebbles like in the size of the small stones is easily visible to us. So it enables us to be picked easily. Okay, so this method is suitable only when the impurities are less in number. Okay, and they are of a medium sized stones. The second method is threshing. Have you ever been to a paddy field? If you see there, the crops grown in the entire field would have the grains, that is your rice. Okay, so once the grains are completely grown and after it is harvested, how do you remove the rice grains from the crop? Will you go and pick it with the help of your hand? Is it possible to do so? What is the size of a grain usually? Have you seen the size of the rice or wheat in your house? Just a small one like this, right? So, the crop which is grown in the field will have numerous amount of grains in them. It is not like you go and pluck a mango from a mango tree or an apple from an apple tree. It is not possible for us to collect the grains like that from the crop. So how do you separate the grains from the crop? For that, the threshing method is used. The grains will be usually attached to the stalk. Stalk of the crop is nothing but the stem of the crop. Okay. Stalk means the stems of the crop. So this is a crop means you would have the grains attached like this. Okay. So these grains will have your rice or wheat. So this is the stem of the crop, which we usually call it as stalk. So these grains are very small in size, and it is not possible for me to pluck it with my hand because there is a numerous amount of crops grown from the field, and it will take a lot of time to remove them also. So how is it possible for me to remove the grains from the stalk? The farmers beat the stalk on the floor to free the grains from the crop. Okay, they take a bunch of stalks together and they beat it on the floor. So when they beat, the grains come out from the stalk. So this method is called threshing. Here the grains are separated from the crop by the method of beating it on the floor. Clear, children? The third method is winnowing. Okay. Now the grains separated from the stalk after beating on the floor will definitely have the impurities in them, because we are just beating it on a bare floor. Some dirts or some wind dust or some stones may be present in the grains after removing from the stalk, isn't it? So how are we separating such impurities from the grains? That is by the method of winnowing. So after the grains are separated from the crop, the farmers used to collect the grains in a basket. Okay, they take it in a basket and they raise the basket to their shoulder level. They take it straight to their head and they tilt it. Tilt it means, so let us think this as a basket. Okay, you are having the grains here. What will the farmer do is, he collects the grains in the basket and he used to take it in his hand to the level of his shoulder. He raises his hand to his shoulder with the basket. Okay, then he will tilt the basket in such a way the grains will fall down. Okay, he is tilting the basket so that the grains are falling down. When the grains fall down, with the help of the wind, that is the blowing air, the dirts or the dust present in will be removed. So this is a method to remove the impurities. So these are all the traditional methods. Nowadays we have machines to separate all the impurities before it is made into packages. But you should know them. So winnowing is a traditional method followed by a farmers to remove the dirts present in the grains after removing from the stalk. So what is meant by husk, children? Farmers to separate the husk from grains. Husk is nothing but the seed cover. So the rice usually will have a cover. That is what is removed. The grain, the paddy grains will have the rice inside with a seed cover. The seed covers will be removed and only the rice is packed and delivered to us. So the removed seed cover is called husk. Umi, they tell in Tamil as umi. The next method is sieving. Okay, so until the third method we saw that now all the impurities from the grains are removed. Okay, so now the grains has to be delivered to us in form of packages. So even though there are some dust present in the flour which we eat, wheat or maida, these flours will have some kind of impurities like small pebbles or stones or again husk or stalk. We may think that in the method of winnowing itself all the impurities are removed, but still unknowing towards the human consciousness there may some impurities present in the flour also. So how do we remove them? You could have seen this when your mother takes a sieve and pours the flour into it and starts to slide it. So this is how a sieve looks like. What is meant by a sieve? The sieve is nothing but a pattern of a sieve is nothing but a pattern or a network of wire or plastic mesh in a frame. Okay, it is an utensil to strain or to filter the dust. So what does your mother do to remove some dust in the flour? She pours the flour into it and she starts to shake it. So the sieve will allow the fine particles, that is the flour will have the very soft small sized particles only, like a dot. So they will pass through the holes in the sieve. The dust like small pebbles or stone or husk or stalk will remain on the sieve itself. So this is another method to separate the impurities from the flour. Okay, the sieve will have some minute holes which allows the fine particles of the flour to pass and the dust or the impurities will remain on the top. Okay children, so what did we see today? We first saw the method of hand picking, where if there is large sized impurities and they are of less in number, we itself can remove them by the method of hand picking. The next one is threshing, where the grains are removed from the stem or the stalk of the crop by beating on the floor. Once the grains are removed by beating on the floor, some impurities like stones or dust may definitely present in them, that is removed with the help of the blowing air, that is the wind, in the method of winnowing. So the husk, that is the seed cover, okay, will be removed in the method of winnowing. Next we have the sieving. Sieving involves the sieve in which our mother uses to remove the impurities present in the flour. The sieve is nothing but a utensil to filter or to strain, where you have the wire as a mesh with the small holes allowing the fine particles of the flour to pass and the impurities will remain on the sieve itself. You could have also seen the sieve in the construction field, where to remove the small pebbles or stones from the sand used for constructing is removed. Okay children. Now, what is this method of removing or separating? This is winnowing, because the grains are taken in a basket and the person raises it to his shoulder level and he is tilting so that the grains fall down. With the help of the blowing air, if any dust or impurities present will be removed. Okay. What is this method of separation? This is threshing. Can you see here the stalks, that is the crop after harvesting, will be looking like this only. Along with the stem, the grains are attached. So the farmer beats it on the floor so that the grains come out from the stalk. They get separated from the stalk. Stalk means nothing but the stem of the crop. Understood, children? This is threshing. This is hand picking. So what a mother does before cooking, she checks whether in the rice or wheat or pulses if any noticeable impurities. Noticeable means, when I mean that, some large sized impurities and of less in number, we use the method of hand picking to separate the impurities. And yes, this is the method of sieving. Can you see here the utensil used for sieving? That is the siever, which is made up of a plastic or a wire mesh, will have small holes inside them to allow the flour to pass through. If any dust or husk, that is any impurity is present, means it will remain in the siever or strainer itself. Okay, children? So with this I would like to stop today's class. If you have any doubt, contact me. Thank you, children.